As Robert Consonny and Paul Petit and the Audis then are going to go toe-to-toe on the run down towards the first corner. It's race 4 of the year in the GT4 European Series. A little bit untidy maybe on the grid, with the outside of the road not really going across the grid markings as they should, but the lights go green, it is blast off, and Robert Consonny's car hugs the inside line, trying to make sure nobody can go round the inside, but round the outside goes Paul Petit. Not a great start by Consonny, and a very good getaway has been made then by the from the fourth row, Roberto Faria, Mirage Racing Aston Martin. So Faria has been dynamite through the traffic as you look down from the drone. That is turn 2 into 3. So it is Paul Petit in the lead. Up into second place goes Consonny. Third looks like being Faria as we accelerate now up towards Huntsroom for the first time.
Faria from 7th to 3rd, now getting charged by Duran, who gets that place back. So down to 4th for Faria. That was a great start. He bolted across from the inside pit wall all the way to the outside. Some damage there on the Mustang. Has it been hit on the side? Looks like the sill is hanging off. Not too structural, but the Ginetta now looking to the inside. Big versus Little, who's going to come out on top. The Ginetta now balks and is going to get overtaken, I think, by that BMW into turn number 9.
Yeah, Gabriele Piana at the inside. The Mustang, though, with that sort of tin can effect. The bodywork with the metalwork peel back. Charlie Hart's McLaren going a little bit wide as well there, keeping up the dirt as they wriggle up through turn 10 for the first time. You've also got in the mix the 81, the sister McLaren of Julius Dinnerson at the wheel of it, as Paul Petit then won on the road yesterday. They got the time penalty, leads at the moment. Second in his Consonny, third is Jan Duran in the Supra. So as you say, Faria, good start. He's been shuffled back in the pack over the course of the opening lap as the very crowded pack dives down towards turn 11. The Audis then make the run up towards turn 13, start under investigation, and that is the norm these days, just to make sure that everybody did it correctly. The Mustang on the inside there, Michael Haverantz, number 1, looking to try to gain ground. So, Team Speed Car, they're living up to the name, because they've got a 1-2 at the end of the lap. It is Petit ahead of Consonny, whose start was not that rapid.
No, I thought Petit, that's where the investigation could be as well. They were not over the grid boxes, the outside line. Green Audi laying down some rubber tyres, still coming up to temperature. They meant to go above the grid boxes and he did not. That start from Faria as well will get some attention just purely on how good it was. I thought we were going to get a Newton's cradle effect as he shot across the track. I thought he was going to bounce cars out the way, but he found a perfect Aston Martin vantage gap and threaded that needle beautifully.
At the end of the opening lap, the leading Pro-Am entry was Alberto Nasca's Lotus. It was Anthony de Barn leading in Am. This is for silver as well as for outright, and the two Audis now getting on with it. Consonny, surprisingly, given that his background is in rallying, wasn't that quick out of the blocks on cold tyres on the first lap, but now he's got into his stride. He's done the absolute best first sector, so he's coming back at the race leader. As a little bit further down there, you've got the number 17 BMW, Benjamin Lassagne. He has dropped places on this lap. Lassagne has had a drama somewhere because he's lost 4 places or so.
Yeah, he was very strong at the end of the race yesterday. He's about to lose another one, isn't he, to that NM Racing Mercedes there. Goes side by side all the way through turn 10. Big slide, which then forced a bit of contact. Now they're still banging doors all the way down to 11. And there's a Porsche trying to get in on the act. Are they going to go 3 wide?
Let's see, Guy Albert comes up the inside line. The Israeli driver goes through, then jumps 1, jumps 2. That forces Lassagne wide across the ground, and he harpoons the Porsche.
Side-to-side contact. Here's the big damage. Why we've got the red flag. Riche on the gravel trap, not enough grip. Side swipes the Porsche, rotates it, and then look at the elite McLaren. 4 cars back there. The second yellow car. He's got completely blindsided at this point. You'll see everyone checking up, and he's got to decide, where do I go, left, right, and unfortunately he decides middle, and there's a Porsche Cayman sat there. That Lotus just scrapes through, and watch that impact there. Cars destroyed on